ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਸਰ, ਕਿਵੇਂ ਹੋ?
ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਜੀ, ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਫॉर ਜੁਆਇਨਿੰਗ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਸਰ, ਉਹ ਅਨਮਿਊਟ ਸੀਗਾ, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮਿਊਟ ਸੀਗਾ।
ਆ ਰਹੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼?
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਸਰ। ਠੀਕ ਹੋ?
ਬਸ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਜੀ, ਵਧੀਆ ਇਸੇ ਬਹਾਨੇ ਮਿਲ ਲਿਆ।
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ।
ਅਸੀਂ ਬਸ 10 ਕੁ ਮਿੰਟ ਤੱਕ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਦੇ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਸਰ, ਠੀਕ ਹੈ।
ਹਾਂ। ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ।
Video on. Magkawain.
मैंने तो कर लिया भाई। सेक्टर 18 वाला वर्कशॉप तो बड़ा बेकार था यार। पहले तो मुझे बोलती सर आप इतनी जल्दी करवाई क्यों रहे हो सर्वे।
Okay, I hope am I audible? So let's start our discussion. I request everyone to join this workshop on your laptop or PC so that you can perform all the tasks which is required side by side. And in the meanwhile, if you can create your account on n8n, which I shared on our WhatsApp group, and also it would be great if you can create your account on Zapier. So that would be nice.
Good morning, Parteek sir.
Good morning.
Sir Pankaj Deep from GNU. How are you, sir?
Good, good. Thank you. Thanks for joining, Ji. Thank you, Ji.
So I had a little query. I created an account on n8n and it had a free trial of 14 days. So what is the
Yeah.
actual payment cost if we
Yeah. So we will be discussing all those points in this session. So there are
right, sir.
multiple ways where we can install n8n on our local machine. So there are multiple ways we can reduce the cost. So we will be discussing that in this session.
Sure, sir. Sure.
So I'm sharing few links. I request everyone to create your account on these platforms before we start. So these are the two n8n and Zapier that we are going to work today. So it would be nice if you can create your account on that. So let us start our session. Okay, so we are going to start our discussion. You know that we have planned this session for 90 to 120 minutes. This is going to be a hands-on workshop where we will be working on creating few agentic AI workflows. Uh, First of all, we will understand what agentic AI is, how it is different from traditional AI that we are doing day-to-day work with ChatGPT. So we will be understanding what new things are possible with agentic AI, and then for most of the part of this workshop, we will be doing some hands-on activity with Zapier and n8n. In the end, we will have a quiz, that is informal quiz. Some of participant also inquired me about getting certificates. So there are some follow-up activities, follow-up assignments based on this workshop. So those who complete those follow-up workshops, follow-up, sorry, assignment, I would be giving certificates to those successful participants. So let's start our discussion. I hope most of you already know about me, but for others, myself Prateek, I'm currently associate professor at School of Electrical Engineering and Computer Science at Washington State University, Pullman. that is in Washington State of US. I authored multiple books on machine learning, data mining. Uh, I'm actively doing the research in AI for education, generative AI, and using AI for good. Um, Before joining here at WSU, I served Thapa University um, as a professor from 2004 to 2020. I also got chance to serve Tel Aviv University as a visiting professor, and I also served Whitman College Walla Walla as visiting professor from 2022 to 2024. So, and I started my academic career from DAV College Amritsar as assistant professor from 1998 to 2004. So it's a long 25-year plus journey, and I feel blessed that I got chance to connect with you through this online platform. And we are going to discuss a lot of new, interesting, latest technologies in AI. So you see that we all are using ChatGPT, and this is basically for using prompts for our day-to-day activity. But now from prompt, we have moved to the purpose, where these AI agents are much beyond those static one-off responses. So normally you see that ChatGPT is about question answering system. You give the prompt, and based on that, it gives you the responses. But here we are looking for a system which can think, which can act, and which can adapt on their own. So we are looking for agentic AI system as an autonomous system which can think, act, and adapt according to our needs. So instead of just generating answers, the system can plan, the system can reason, and the system can execute action and reflect on the outcome. So it's mainly about the automation, where um, large language model is act as the brain of that system, and these large language model help the system to plan, reason, and to execute action. We give access to various tools, and based on that, it performs automation of lot more activities. So you can think of this as moving from a calculator that just give us the numbers to an assistant that manage your project end to end. So here, these agentic AI system are now capable to manage full end to end project. So how we can do through various tools, that is our objective for this workshop. But before that, let's understand a little bit more deeply what this agentic AI is. So agentic AI is referred to a AI system that designed to act autonomous, as I mentioned. It can perceive their own environment, reason, take actions through connected tool and API. So we give access to various tool and APIs, and through these tools, agentic AI system are become capable to perform these system automatically. So in order to do that operations, these system require some kind of trigger, and based on that, it take dynamic steps. So there are four main core characteristics for any agentic AI system. First is autonomy. It execute most of the actions with minimal human intervention. It has access of tools. It can access various API services or devices to get real work done. It has their own memory, so that it can understand the context and the history for long-term reasoning, and also it can reflect about the past actions, so to improve about future decisions. So we are looking for four major characteristics: autonomy, that automatically take the decisions; it has access of tools, memory, and these systems are capable to reflect. So, if we track the history of AI, you see that in early 2000s, we are using some kind of traditional chatbot systems. But even before having a large language model came into the picture, so we have chatbots that are limited, which are considered as a rule-based or using NLP, dialog trees, and they have very limited kind of activity exposure, and mostly we have these bots as FAQ system, which mostly act on rule based systems. But after large language model, we embedded large language model with our own knowledge sources to create RAG-based system. So RAG-based system was also area of discussion from last couple of years, where we are extending the capability of our large language model by adding our own knowledge sources. For example, to ChatGPT, you can add knowledge of your private data so that it can answer the questions based on the data which is for your organization. So it helps us to get up-to-date data, domain-specific informations, and we can create multiple applications for RAG-based system. Then from RAG-based system, we move to the tool-based RAG. We are along with knowledge source, we also give access to some functions and tools or APIs, and we call that system as tool-based and RAG-based system. They are very close to agentic AI, but they are not that autonomous. So that's why we are not calling that as agentic AI system. They are just the system which has knowledge source and access of few external tools and APIs. And then finally, we came to agentic AI, which is very new term from 2024. We have started using this, which is actually autonomous, goal-oriented system, which has their own memory, planning, and even we can have multiple agents working in a collaborative way to perform the task in autonomous way. And there are multiple applications for that. For example, AI research agents, AI tutor, workflow executor, and so on. So we would be covering all those agents in this session. Let's start with some real examples. So I hope this picture give you clear context what we are talking about. So let's see. Here we have a agent, chatbot system. In this chatbot system, we are just asking the basic queries about our own knowledge source. For example, let us consider we are building an HR assistant for a company, and there is an employee who want to ask how many vacations day do we get per year. So let's focus on that question. How many vacation days do we get per year? So you see that this is, in order to answer that question, I cannot answer this question from general internet knowledge. I have to access the HR document of the organization, and then only I can answer that, okay, you can get 20 days vacations per year, because this is organization specific. And we have to access, we must access that knowledge source in order to build a system which can answer specific query of the organization. So here you can see that this is an example of RAG-based chatbot system. We are, along with large language model, we have access of knowledge source, where we will give the document about our HR policy, and now user can ask the question and our system can respond and tell that, okay, you have 20-day leave plan. Now let's see, we want to extend this system. So you see that how many leaves do I left this year? Now you see, now the person is asking how many leaves do I left? It means that I have to access my database, where I must store how many leave a person has taken so far. So in order to build that system, now I need access of database. Not only the PDF files or the rules or the HR document is not sufficient, because now we are talking about how many leave a particular employee have. So in order to answer that, I need access of API so that I can go to the database and check how many leave a particular employee had remaining. So in order to build that system, we have to augment our RAG-based system with tool so that it can access the database and APIs, and based on that, it can answer the question like this. So that is tool augmented chatbot. It's still not a agentic AI system. It's simply knowledge source with capability of accessing databases, where now we can say that, okay, you have 7 days leave. And now let's say that now the person is saying apply for 2 days of sea leave on May 5 and May 6. Now, in order to move ahead, in order to apply for these leave, I have to make changes in the database And that would be require this API access, so that I can first of all retrieve how many leave that person have, and then I can make the changes in my database based on the coming request. So we can build a HR assistant, but that HR assistant is considered as tool augmented chatbot. Now let us see further extension of these chatbot. So now see, we are saying that prepare for Sarah's maternity leave. Now there is a one employee who is planning for maternity leave, so we have to balance the workload for that employee. So we have to prepare the backup plan. We have to hand over the meetings, and we have to see that how we can perform smooth transitions from one person to another person. So now there are a lot of activities that we need to do in order to plan her maternity leave, so that successful transitions can happen to the next employee and appropriate training can be done with that. You can consider one more example to get that point. Let's say we want to onboard the new return intern joining next Monday. So there is a new intern who is going to join next Monday, and we want to make sure that onboarding is performed for that intern appropriately. Now, in order to do that job, we require a lot of effort, because we need to prepare the onboarding checklist, we have to schedule appropriate meetings, we have to send the request to the IT so that his laptop can be arranged. Then we have to connect with the HR team so that welcome kit can be ordered. So there are a lot of activities we need to perform in order to smoothly onboard our new intern joining. So in order to build that, we require a full agentic AI system, because first of all, you need that LLM will reason what task I need to plan. So for example, first of all, we must give a goal to our agentic AI system. The goal may be, let's onboard this person. And then LLM will reason that, okay, I have to schedule a meeting, welcome meeting. Then LLM will come up with a plan that, okay, we have to create profiles with HR management system. So it will go to the HR management system and create the profile for that intern. Then it will send an email to IT help desk team to create Wi-Fi credentials, Slack access, email access for that person. And then it would go to the purchase department to order laptop and HR department to order ID card and so on. So you can see that these tasks require a lot of operations, and LLM will reason at each, and LLM will be available at each and every step to reason and provide appropriate resources. But you can see that in order to have full uh, onboarding process for this new intern, we need some access to calendar, we need our access to HR management system so that we can create profile, we need to automate Slack, we need to automate email access, we need to do a lot of activities in terms of creating new account for Wi-Fi access, and then purchase order and so on. So all these things require a lot of planning and access of various tools, and it is completely autonomous system. No person is going to guide, okay, what would be the step. LLM is there, who is acting as the brain and planning for the whole activity, and then doing these tasks step by step, so that onboarding for this new return can be performed automatically. That is the power of agentic AI, and that's why agentic AI becomes so important these days, because agentic AI are goal oriented planning, where we have a goal and then we started planning based on that. It can have multi-step reasoning. You can see that these are the multi-step reasons that system is going to perform, and system is capable to understand, okay, these are the activity I need to perform, then it must perform autonomous decision making. And in order to do that, it would require access of various tools, it must have knowledge, and it must have a memory to keep track of the activities that are completed or that are remaining. So that is the one good example to visualize or comprehend how these agentic AI systems work. So in order to perform this onboarding process, this agentic AI chatbot will have API access for the databases, calendar access, OneDrive access, and so on. There may be lot more tools that we need to give access, and then we can build the whole system based on that. And that is one of the example of agentic AI chatbot system that we are looking at. So if you have any question at this point, you can ask me those questions and we can move ahead with that. So yeah. Anyone, if you want to ask you a question, you can use chatbot, or otherwise you can also unmute yourself and ask the question. I can take one or two questions. Okay, no question. That's good. Let's move next. So
Sir,
this is another example of using LLM and extending it with more features. So let's say we say that plan 3-day trip to Australia. I love nature. So if you give simple query, then LLM will give you limited response. But in order to plan activities full-fledged, for example, you say that, okay, what is the price of Emirate flight from New York to Delhi tomorrow? In order to answer that question, LLM must need access of our tool like Expedia so that it can answer that query. And even we can go ahead and provide card access and so on, so that it can make even full booking for us. So we can build a system that query all online platform for the best cheapest ticket, and then we can go ahead, even these agentic AI system can book the ticket for us. So let's say what would be the process we need to perform in order to book the ticket. So first, system must search the flights, then the system must decide what would be the cheapest one, and then the system will go ahead and book the ticket for us. So you can see that, like travel agent usually do these kind of perform task, but now instead of travel agent, we have AI agent who is doing those activities for us. So now you can relate that. So earlier we were using travel agent to do that kind of work, but now we have agent, and that agent is AI agent who would be doing all these tasks for us. It can be of management for our office, or it can be the management for our day-to-day work. So we can automate a lot of activities by using these agentic AI system, and they would be capable to sending the emails, making bookings, and all those things, accessing the flights, websites, and so on, so that they can do the task for us. So in brief, agentic AI is a system that make decisions, take actions on its own to achieve the goal without being told exactly what to do at every step. So I hope now you get that point very clear, that we are looking for a system that can make automatic decisions and achieve the goals exactly without exactly telling what to do at every step. So I just recall what we discussed so far. So yeah, these system will have these four major features, and through this we are building a system which can perceive, reason, and decide, and that can act autonomously. So let's see the comparison to comprehend everything in one go. So RAG-based system is just a reactive system which can only react on the prompt, but there is no access for the tool, no reasoning, no planning, no proactivities. But when we have a tool augmented chatbot, it can use the tools. But agentic AI access the tool, it can reason, it can plan, and it can be proactive system that can take action automatically without exactly telling what to do. So we are looking for a system which is reactive, have access of various tools, which can reason, which can plan, and proactively do all the operations. So with this, there are a lot of applications for agentic AI these days. Now we have full AI coding platform which can generate the code automatically. Normally nowadays we use ChatGPT to generate the code, but you see we have to copy the code and put that in our IDE. Then there would be errors. Then we have to paste the error and so on. But in AI coding, it can automatically respond to those errors. It can reason on that, and it can regenerate the codes. So everything will be automated. There is no need to copy and paste again and again to ChatGPT for errors and prompts. It can take care about the full pipeline and it can generate the code automatically. Similarly, one another example is travel assistant that I just discussed. It can book a ticket based on our preferences. You can give your budget, you can give your dates, you can even tell that, okay, I'm looking for booking only in the sunny days. So it can check the weather and confirm that only those dates, it will select only those dates where the weather is sunny, and then it will look for the cheapest flight on those dates, and then based on that it can make the booking. So yeah, it will create the plan, it will check the weather, and then it can access your Expedia API keys, and based on that it can even make full booking for you. And that is the example of full-fledged agentic AI system. So these are some of the examples that we are looking at, and our objective is to build these kind of systems so that we can create a lot of applications successfully. So yeah, so you can see that normally we use ChatGPT, which can explain the code or generate the errors, but here we are looking for agents that can run, debug, and even refine that code. So we are looking for agent that can perform all those activities automatically and completely. So with this, if you have any questions, you can ask. Now it is the time to jump into our first tool, that is going to be a Zapier, and we are going to be building our first agentic AI system. So let's first understand the case study that we are going to implement, and then we will be doing it together. So again, I'm just making it confirm. We have 83 participants. I want that each one of you must able to do all the experimentation along with the discussions. So please go ahead on Zapier. The link is already on the chat box, and create your account so that we can do all these activities side by side. But before that, let's discuss the workflow that we wish to automate by using this uh, Zapier platform.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, please ask.
Sir, actually, in the recent days, I'm seeing mostly people were saying about agent to agent systems. What was sir that?
Yeah, so agent to agent system or multi-agent system where we can these agents can also collaborate with each other to solve complex problem, and one workflow can be given as an input to another workflow, and these multi-agent system can combine together to build the whole system. So you see that when the job is very complex, one agent can be too tricky, so we can solve our complex problem in steps. So some step can be automated by agent 1, and then agent 2 will take another steps, and so on. I can give you one more example that I think more relevant. So let's say we want to build a system where we want to identify a good job for us, and employer want to identify would employer want to identify a good candidate for their new job posting. So there are now two requests. As a person, I am looking for a job, so I can build an agentic AI system which can go to LinkedIn and check the best job for me. That is one agent. Similarly, employer can create another agent that will look for good profiles on the LinkedIn, and then it would give the recommendation that, okay, this is the person who has posted that he's looking for a job, and he has very good expertise, and we can reach out to that person for this particular job, and we can connect that. So now you can see that there are two agents. One agent is acting for employer, and another agent is acting for a person who is looking for a job. So multiple agents will be working together, communicating together, and solving this whole HR pipeline. So that can be one of the example. Okay, so let's see. We have maybe few next. Yeah, so thank you, Harpreet, for sharing the link for Zapier. Yeah, and the another link, Harpreet, you can share for n8n. So let's see the case study that we can build. So we are building a learner inquiry email system. So let's say we have a HR company, and there is a virtual university who is running a lot of online courses, and we want to answer the online inquiries that we are receiving on our email. So let's say someone is asking for refund policy on a particular course. So in order to answer the refund policy email that we received for a particular course, this person need to have access of those bootcamp brochures and FAQs, so that he can know the policy well for those courses, and based on that, that person can respond to the email. So this is how normally HR system work. There is a one person who is responding, who is responsible to answer all learner inquiry email. Let's say we received an email on a refund policy for a particular course. So this person need to access the knowledge source about those brochures, and then based on that, that person is going to respond through email. Can we build AI agent for that? Let's think on that. So here the email will be received by our agent. Our agent will access all the knowledge source, brochures, FAQ, and based on that, he will decide that, first of all, if our AI agent is very confident about the answer, that okay, the person is directly asking for the refund on AI course, and that we able to find that information exactly in our brochure. So if we have a very AI agent has a very high confidence about the answer of the question, then it can automatically write the email draft and send that email draft to the person, and then that that person can just review the draft and send the email, or even we can remove that person from the pipeline, and this agentic AI system can even send the email if that agentic AI system has high confidence. But if agentic AI system has a low confidence, let's say someone is asking about the refund policy for physics course, and system is not sure whether we are having a course on physics or not. So now the AI agent is not fully confident about the response. So if AI agent is not confident, then it can send the WhatsApp message to the person to look into that query, and then that person will respond that particular request. So we wish to build that kind of workflow through Zapier. So let's first of all understand this problem statement clearly. We are going to receive an email. Whenever we receive the email, we have to check if it is related with some refund policy, or if it is related with our courses. Then it will access those brochures. Based on that, it will prepare the response. If our system has a high confidence, it will create an email, and it can send that email automatically. But if our agentic AI system has a low confidence, then it will not send email, it simply WhatsApp that to the concerned person. So now you can think that this agentic AI system must have access to knowledge source, it must have access to Gmail, it must have access to WhatsApp, so that it can act accordingly. So here you can see our full pipeline. So our LLM will think, that is the brain for the whole system, but this LLM must have access to Gmail, this must have access to WhatsApp along with the knowledge source. And if it has high confidence about the question response, then it will send the automated email. Otherwise, it will simply generate the WhatsApp message. So we are going to implement that in Zapier. Maybe in next 20 minutes, we are able to complete that. So I hope everyone have clear idea what we are going to build. So in order to build that, I have requested everyone to create account on Zapier. I hope you have already created that. And in order to perform those operations side by side, I have prepared some draft for you. So please scan this QR code. You will get some uh, text file. Just copy that text file on your machine. We are going to use that in this demo. So please download that. Take your time to scan this QR code and access this draft. And please respond to on chat box if you're able to access it. It would be nice if someone can acknowledge. Are you able to access this draft?
It's accessible, sir.
Yeah, very good. So please download that draft notepad on your machine. And also we are going to demonstrate a system which would have two brochures as we discussed. So I have created dummy brochures with a university name Excellent. And these are the two brochures for AI and data science and data analytic program guide. These are the QR code. Please download these PDF file also on your machine. We would be using that. So these are the resources which you need to download. Very good. So yeah, Sanmeet shared these links in your chat box too. So please access that. Uh, I hope you all have now access to these resources, and please download that on your machine. This is the demo draft, and these are the PDF files that is going to act as knowledge source for us. Okay, so let's see where we are now. Lot of windows are opened. Okay, so we have to go to Zapier. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen. So this is Zapier, and once you create the account and log in, the system will look like this. Let's first go to the So this is zapier.com. This is, I think, the first window you would be getting. Here you have a plus sign. So go there, and there is something called as agents. So please follow that step. Under plus, we have agents beta. Please click on that. So this is the agent that we are going to build now. So you can see there is an option for new agent. So we can go with this new agent. Let me copy the instruction first. Okay, so new agent. So when you click on new agent, we can click start
Sir, can
from.
you please repeat this process?
Yeah, please go ahead. So here on agent, we have selected just new agent. Okay, let's go back. Start from scratch. So we have Zapier. This is the home page. Click on plus. You would get agents. So after clicking on agents, this will look like this. So we are going to create new agent. Otherwise, you can see first what I am doing, and then you can repeat maybe on your own. So then we have to select start from scratch. So let's see. So this is how it looked like. So first of all, it is a prompt-based system, and we need to select first of all trigger. Who will initiate that workflow? Can anybody tell me what trigger I must use for building this workflow where I want that if I receive an email, it first of all will read it. And if it is about our courses, then it will access knowledge source. And based on that, if has a confidence, it will generate an email or otherwise it will send WhatsApp message. So what would be the trigger? Can anybody tell me what trigger I must use? Which is the starting point for the whole workflow?
So when an email related to the query, refund
So
query is
yeah,
received.
very good, very good, Pradeep. So yes, so let's add trigger. So when you click on this, you would see there are a lot of things which we can do. And there is something we can have a Gmail. So once I will receive an email on my Gmail account, then this trigger will start. So let's select Gmail. And there are now various options under Gmail. So here, whenever I receive a new email on my Gmail, then this workflow will start. So select this new email, and I have already configured my account. So you need to give access to your email account to this tool. So I have already given and attached my email account. So let's say save, and it will set up this trigger as new email. So whenever I received my new email on my Gmail account, this workflow will trigger. Now, how this workflow look like? So just copy paste what I have shared with you. That is the full prompt. And in order to understand this, let's read this prompt, what we have written. So we are saying that this is a Zapier email agent for our learner university system. And first of all, these are the steps. First purpose is to check the purpose of the email. Whenever a new email arrive, read the message carefully and determine if it include the question or request information from a learner. And if it's simply thank you note notification message that does not require, stop here. So it will check that if there is a query, then only this workflow start. If there is no query, it simply stop at that point. Or if there is some other email which is not related to our platform, it will not do any action, but it will perform subsequent step if it is related with our uh, company and it's on the inquiry. So if email contain a valid question, then we are saying that search the following official university resources. So here we have to add resources to my prompt that this university, this system must able to access. So here what we are saying in step 2, that if email contain a valid question, then search the following university excellent resources. So we have to provide access to these resources. So how we can provide access? You can see down. So just browse down and you will see knowledge sources. So here you can click add knowledge source. Under this, you have an option to upload file. So I already shared 2 files with you. So just select that file and upload this. And that would be our knowledge source. So it would take some time to perform that upload file. So wherever you have downloaded that file, just look and select those files and upload it as a knowledge source. So I have added my first knowledge source. You can see this file is added. Now I can add another knowledge source by following the same step, upload file. And this time we are going to select my second brochure. So I have selected both dummy brochures that I have created brochures as knowledge source. Perfect. So you can see these knowledge sources are now added. Now I can put these knowledge sources in my prompt. So where we were, so yeah, we were here. So here in step 2, we need to provide knowledge source. So it's very simple. Just put, it say that use / to add tool or knowledge source. Just add that. It will, as you prompt / it will display the knowledge source. And you can see it has shown me both the document which I have uploaded. So just select that.
Sir,
First is update. Yeah, please.
sir, kindly reshare the knowledge source of data analytics. The link is there for AI, not for the data analytics. Please
I think
reshare
you
that.
can work only with the one file right now. So don't worry, just upload single knowledge source. So
Okay. Okay.
for the demo purpose, one is okay. So let's do now second. So here we are uploading the second one too. So we have added two, but anyway, for this purpose, one is sufficient. So if you have access to one, go with that. But if anyone else having access, please put that on the chatbot. It would be great help to me. So anyway, we are now having both the knowledge sources. Now let's see what is next. So we are saying that let's first enlarge it, because now we have knowledge source provided. So what we are now saying, only use information explicitly stated in these document, don't guess, paragraph loosely, or include any unverified details. So you see, prompt is very important. We making sure that it must not hallucinate, and it must generate appropriate content. Then in step 3, we are asking to generate email reply. If verified answer is found, prepare a professional and student friendly email draft. So we are giving the draft about this key paragraph short and this, and then ending note and so on. So here we just give the recommendation or the style for preparing our draft email. Now in step 4, you see, we have to check the confidence score. So in step 4, we are saying that, okay, assign a confidence score. After generating the draft, rate your confidence in its accuracy and completeness. Now LLM is now reasoning this. So LLM will reason that, okay, what would be the confidence? So if score is 9 to 10, and you verified it with the document, so and mostly correct, then you can send the email. So we are creating various scoring range: exact and verified answer, then score is 9 to 10, 7 to 8 if it is mostly correct, 6 mean partially correct, require human review, and below 6 means no reliable answer found. So we are just saying that, okay, based on that, just give your score to your confidence. So we are just giving the rubrics to calculate the confidence, and then it will determine the next action. So if the confidence score is greater than 7, then generate Gmail draft reply addressed to the original sender for review before sending. And if it is less than 7, then we are saying that generate WhatsApp message. So here we need to connect with the WhatsApp. So you see here, now we need a tool access so that my system can access WhatsApp. So if the confidence is low, we need WhatsApp access. So here you can see tool this agent can use. So you can click here on plus, and then you can add WhatsApp notification under tool. So here I have added already my WhatsApp account. So you need to configure your WhatsApp account by giving your telephone number. It will send some verification code on your WhatsApp number. So we have to make confirm that your WhatsApp number is active. But I have already completed that. So this is the tool which I have added for WhatsApp notification. And you see where we need to put. We need to put here. So you can add here WhatsApp notification send message, and in the setting you can see the number and the template for WhatsApp. It's important to understand that it can only send the WhatsApp message to if you are having a WhatsApp business account, but otherwise it will WhatsApp just um, consider that as a spam email, spam message, and will not deliver it to you. But yeah, for demo purpose, we can see that you have a way to provide your WhatsApp business notification here. And you see we are now giving some important notes: always rely on excellent resources and so on. So this is just the pipeline that is required. So you can see that the process is very simple. First we go with the trigger. We said that whenever I receive new email on my this account, it will generate this workflow. And in workflow, we just copy paste it. We just provided the knowledge source that is required. It will we give detailed prompt that check the confidence level, and if confidence level is high, it will create the email respond. But if it is low, then it will send the message. And in the tool, just make sure that I have given access to send email and also WhatsApp notification. So you can add tool here by clicking on plus, and I have given the access to Gmail send and WhatsApp email notification. Okay, so let's see how this system is working.
Excuse me,
So
sir.
what in order to demonstrate this, I have opened my Gmail account. Just give me a minute to set up my email accounts. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, so this is now my um, account, and this is another account. Okay, so now as I'm now acting as a user, so this is the email ID which I configured, and I'm saying that what is the refund policy for AI course. So if you uploaded only one knowledge source, just talk about that course. And I'm asking what is the refund policy, and I'm saying refund. And I am sending the email now to the same email ID which I configured for this, you can say, uh, workflow. So I have sent the email. You can see the email is received on the other end. Let's verify. Okay, so as soon as I received the email, it will start the workflow. Let's go here. That is more important. So once you set up everything, and I have already sent the email, then we can go to this. This is important. We have to make this active. So here you see there is a button to enable or disable the agent. So by default, my agent is disabled. So I have to enable this agent so that this workflow will start acting on that. At present, it is not active. So now I have enabled it. So I have to send this email again so that this workflow can start. So I'm giving this, and now I'm saying, what is the refund policy for AI course? So, and refund. So I have created an email and sent that email to my another email ID. So now let's go back to our Zapier. Now this is enable activity. So it will take some time to show you activity here because this workflow takes some time to initiate the process, but soon we will see some activity going on, and it will take appropriate action based on the content of the email, and ultimately it will generate appropriate response and send it automatically to the sender. So this is what we wish to demonstrate. So you see now I have received the email on my email ID. So soon Zapier must understand that email ID and start a new activity. So let's wait for a couple of minutes. In the meanwhile, you can replicate what we are discussing.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
Sir, am I audible? Just a small query.
yeah, please.
Sir, I have completed all the steps as instructed by you. I just missed a small step, and that is right now I'm at a position where I've added all the prompts, the tools, as well as the knowledge sources. But now it's asking to add a trigger.
Yeah, so that is the first step. I just repeat that. So let's see here. It started this particular activity right now, and so you see the status is in progress. So let's go, and it will tell you we are what we are doing right now. So it say that we received the email. Now it is running this agent, and first of all it check the purpose of the email, and it say that it has a valid question from Prateek, which is asking about refund of AI course. Now it is searching the official document. Wonderful. And it now get the withdrawal policy and everything. So after that, it will calculate the confidence and it will complete those steps. So you can see that it is now working based on this. Now you can see that it is complete and app use Gmail. So finally, it said that this workflow has used the Gmail to respond. So let's see what is the remaining operation. So it has accessed this, then it generated the email reply, then it assigned the confidence score, which is 9 out of 10. So now it determined the next action and then it sent the email and it said that workflow is complete. So let's see. So here I send the email from this account and you can see that I have received an email from another email account, and it said that, hello, this, thank you for reaching out to this, and this is the full refund policy for this. And you see, this email is generated automatically based on our knowledge source. And this is what we wish to demonstrate to you, that from this email, I just send an query, and then this query is received by this email, and this is the query which I received. And this email is configured on Zapier as workflow. And once this started, it checked all the knowledge source, it checked the confidence level, and it responded accordingly. And we got this pipeline. So you can see we based on the query that we had. So this is the first trigger that you missed. So here in the trigger, you need to select Gmail, a new email, and you need to configure your email account by giving access to this Zapier so that Zapier can read your email, and based on that, it can access it. So this is the trigger. I hope this make clear to you. Now this is the prompt that I have used. Some are getting some problem. I'm putting this prompt here as such. Everyone in the meeting. No, I can't paste it. So we have shared the prompt with link with all of you. And yeah, this is the prompt otherwise. Let me see. No, I can't send that. But anyway, you can access this prompt from this resources. And this is what we wish to demonstrate to you, that this whole pipeline can be created by using this system. So let's go back.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. So this is
Sir,
the agent draft. So you can copy the prompt from this QR code. And this is the prompt for this. Yeah, you can ask the question in the meanwhile. Yeah.
sir, I wanted to ask, like, in the prompt itself, in the step 2, the document is not been attached. Even if I have added the knowledge source, it is not been reflected in the work source step 2.
Okay, let's see. There may be some issues. So, mm, mm, mm. So what is the resource? So you just need to go there. First of all, just make sure that your knowledge source must be uploaded as shown here on this part. These are the two files. You need to add that from plus sign. Once you do that, then you can go into the prompt and click forward slash, and then you can select your files. So once you select that, it will show it. So yeah, this is the step. Forward slash, and it will show you the knowledge source. Select the knowledge
Sir,
source.
kindly share the screen.
Oh, sorry. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Yeah. So you can see here, first step is this knowledge source. You must have knowledge source added from this plus. Once you upload the PDF file here under knowledge source, then you can go to the prompt step 2 and just create forward slash, and then you must see your uploaded file. You just click over that and that file must be added. So this is very simple way to add the knowledge source. But before that, just make sure it is added, and also make sure that you must give access to the following tools. One is WhatsApp notification, and second is the send email. Let's do one more thing before closing this case study. I'm going back here, and now I'm composing another email, and sorry, and hi, what is the start date for math course? So we are now giving a query on start date for math course. So let's send this. So this time, of course, the confidence would be low and it must not send an email. So we are now going to check that. This will not send email. Instead of that, it must send WhatsApp message because confidence would be less in that case because we have no idea about this math course. So we are asking for the start date for math course. This is the email that I have received. Let's go here. This is already active. See the activity. And now you can see that. Um, so there is one more email I received today at 23, and this email is something different and it has not taken any action on that. So you see, I have received another email and it talk about that. So the point is that if the confidence is high, you will be saying Gmail, but if the confidence is low, you must see here WhatsApp so that you can make sure that it is not sending email. That case, it must send WhatsApp message. So this is what the whole pipeline is all about.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah. Yes,
Sir,
please.
could there be any bias in this confidence score?
Yeah, of course. So, large language model is making decision on its own basis. So normally, for safer side, you can see you can also give a prompt. Don't send the email. Just send. Just create the draft and send this back to me. And then you need to push the send button. So at present, we are saying that it can send the email, but you can set the workflow like instead of sending email, it just create the draft and send this to you, and then you will review it and then it can send the email. So
Okay.
we can work in a safer way in that case.
Right, sir.
So you
Thank you.
see here we have received the email and it said that what is the start date for math course. It is now checking the official documents, but this time it must not send email. This is what we are expecting from our workflow. So it is taking time, it is thinking automatically, and now you see that action used WhatsApp, and now it has sent the WhatsApp message on the given number. And you see here, so it what is the start date, it search for the official document, and since no specific start date information is found in the official document, I cannot verify the answer. Confidence score is 6, and then it will determine the next step. Since it is less than 7, so it would be sending the WhatsApp message. So it has sent the WhatsApp message, and yeah, we got our activity complete. So you can see that if score is high, then it is sending email. If score is less, it is sending WhatsApp. And if there is a random any other email, it is not doing using any Gmail or any other WhatsApp, because I just received a email from someone else. Because whenever you receive an email on my email ID, it must trigger it. So if it is not related to course, then I'm not going to use Gmail or WhatsApp for creating response on that. So it is going to create response if it is with these activities. Is it making sense to you? So of course you can. Okay, good. But the email was, Karun is saying that I received WhatsApp message, but the email was not sent. Okay, but I hope you must able to get the email too. There may be some point. Anyway, so we can debug later. So we want to discuss one more very interesting tool in this session, and that tool is n8n, which is very powerful. Since Zapier is just prompt based, it has limited
Sir, I hope
workflow
you
automation.
share. Sir, I hope
But
you share the recording with us because some steps we miss in between.
yeah, of course, of course. It is already on YouTube streaming also. So all the recording will be there. So I would be sharing all the recording with all of you. I hope you have already joined WhatsApp group. So please make sure that you join WhatsApp group. I would request some of the participants to please share the WhatsApp group invite on this chat box. If someone has not joined, they can join it too. Anyway, so let's move next to another very powerful tool, that is n8n. So this is paid. I'm getting a lot of queries on that. But why we are covering it still? Because this is very powerful tool which can automate the full pipeline, and there are multiple ways that we can install it on our own machine, a local host machine, and we can run it on those. We can even set up on some virtual host by reducing the cost, but that is the next step that we would be covering. But here, let's first, you need to create your account and you have to go with the sign in. I have already created this, so this is the sign in. Okay. So these are some of the workflow that we are going to do. So I'm targeting 2 workflow to complete in this workshop. So let's see how much we able to complete. So let's see. I would be going very slowly so that we can understand this clearly step by step. Okay, so this is the how this interface look like. So it start with the nodes. So it's about node automation. So node, first N is from node automation, last N is for automation, and it cover with that. And between node automation, there are 8 other words. So that's why it is called as n8n. So it's just a short form which indicates node automation. Let's see how we can build a pipeline for this. So what we are looking at this, let's first of all give you problem statement context that the workflow that we wish to automate. So our first target is, let's say we have a form which is about installation request, and someone is saying to our IT department that they want installation of software on this particular date. So if the date of installation is within week, then we want that uh, our IT staff must get email as soon as someone fill a form with request of installation within a week. And if the installation date is beyond a week, it means that it is 10 days or 12 days ago, then we are not going to take any action. So the point is very simple. There is a form in which one has to request the installation date, and if the date of installation within 7 days, then we want that it must send an email to our staff automatically. And if the date is not within 7 days, then we are not going to take any action. So we are going to build this very simple interface or workflow. So before building that, can you think what would be the starting point? As soon as I fill the form, we have to check the date. If date is within 7 days, it would send an email to our IT staff automatically. Otherwise, it is not going to take any action. So what would be the trigger in that case? So trigger will be filling
Form
the
submission.
form submission. So let's see. The first step is here about trigger. So just click that. And you see we have a trigger for on form submission. So once we fill the form, it will pass this. So let's check that. So let's go back so that you can see it again. I'm doing this process again. So please follow with me. First, just listen, just see what I'm doing, then you can do it later. So plus, it will ask for your various triggers. So as you discussed, it is about form submission. So we have a option on form submission, select that. And then it would be creating a test URL for that. And in form, we have to give title. So first, I can give a title as installation request. You can add description, and in the form there must be some fields, so you can add form element. So one element is email ID. I am collecting the email ID of the person who is requesting it. Then add another form element. This is date, and element type I can select in this case as date. So yeah, date. So you see, I have just added two fields, both as required field. First field is email ID, text, and second is date, date type. So just you see, we have a step, execute step. So you can see how the form is going to look like. So we can just execute step. So you see the form has been created, and it is very professional form, you can see. So you can give an email ID, you can select the date. So you see, if the I can give the date just 2 days ago. So if the date of request is just 2 3 days ago, it must send automatic email to IT staff. So this is submit, and you can see that this node executed successfully. So we have created our first node. Got it? Clear? So interesting. We have created a form with the form submitted, and every time you execute workflow, it will populate the form. You have to give new entry. You have to select the date and then submit. So there may be a problem whenever you want to test the system. Every time it will ask you for the data. So there is one more thing which is important. Just click on that link, and you will see here this particular options output. So the data which I have input, you can see that in the schema form with carry all the submitted at form mode. These are the two text fields. You can see this in the form of table, or you can see that in the form of JSON. So that's why this is powerful, very powerful tool which give you access in table format, JSON format, and even you can access the schema. Since you see that whenever I executed it, it asked me to enter new data. That may be annoying because I just want to test my workflow first every time I have to enter the data. So if you want to avoid that, you can simply pin data. There is an option pin data. It means that you can simply pin this data, and that row will automatically execute every time whenever you execute your workflow. So it will not populate the form, it will just reuse that data every time for your workflow to complete. So execute step. So so let's go back and execute workflow. Now you see that workflow executed successfully. It has not asked me to input the data because I have already pinned the data. You can see data is pinned. So the data which I have inputted now will be used for testing the workflow automatically instead of asking me enter the date every time. Okay, so we have created the form. What would be the next step? Next step would be to take some action based on the days. So if the requested date is within the 7 days, then it must send the email, otherwise it is not going to send that. So I hope you can get idea that we must use some kind of if condition where we must be comparing the date filled in the form with the current date plus 7 days. And if it is within that date, we would be taking or sending the email. So I have to make some decision on the basis of range or how many days are away. So those decision would be taken by if. So let's add plus here, and I can select if. So we have a if route that create two branches automatically based on if condition. So just select that, and you can see that here you can frame your if condition. You can compare value 1 with the value 2, and based on that it can take appropriate action on true or false. So we want to compare our date with the current date plus 7. So from here we get the date. So you see here we have a date. So you just click here. We can give the fixed date, or we can give date as a expression. Expression mean that it would be dynamic. So we have to select expression. So it's very simple. Just select that date and put it here in the box. It automatically create that date which is given in the form. So it has now selected my given date. So this given date must be, so here I can select all the conditions. So here you see we have Okay, so let's go back. I think I have to. So this is the date and time. So because we want our comparison according to date and time, so I must select this. So this given date is before or equal to. So this given date is before or equal to. So here it must be current date. So how I can access the current date? The question is this now. So first of all, just give me a minute. So when you input the data in double quotes, this is for expression. So in order to give the expression, I just use this. So double less than greater than brackets is used to give me an expression. So here this is now. Now mean that I am accessing current date. So this date must be within 7 days. So I must add days to that. So dot so plus, and you can see here it is giving me some hint that 7 days. So now 7 days. So what this mean? Let's understand that code. I hope you able to comprehend that expression. We are comparing the date which is given in the form. It must be before or equal to the 7 days from the current date. So if it is before those 7 days plus 7 days, within those 7 days, then we must send this condition as true, and then we need to send the email. So this is how I just need to set my if conditions. This is the date which I have selected as an expression, and then I have selected this date and time is before or equal, and then from current date I have added 7 days, so that it must check that this date must be within those 7 days, and then I can go back to my canvas. So I have set my if condition, and now it has two portion. One is plus and second is minus. So in plus, if the condition is true, I want to send Gmail email. So again, I can access Gmail here, and there are a lot of options you can see. So I can select send a message. So here it will ask for an account. I have already set up my account here, so I can go with this. But otherwise, you need to set your own account for this, as we done previously for Zapier. Then the operation is send. You can write to whom this message need to be sent. So let's send this to this. You can specify the subject. I can say urgent installation request, and then you can select the type as text, and you can type the message here that uh, installation is required by. So yeah, you can select expression, and this in this expression you can add your data also. So this is what we are looking at this time, or we can make it fix no input data yet. Why it is giving me this? Yeah, so you see I have executed this. Now I have a data, so I can put here expression installation by this date. So you can grab the date and put it here. So it automatically access the date from here. So installation is required by this date. So let's see what we have done. So from yes part true, we have set up the Gmail account. We set the resource as message. This is the Gmail account, and subject text, and then you can execute the step to verify this node executed successfully. So yeah. Can I verify this from my email? This Gmail. So you see, I got an email, urgent installation request. So installation is required by this date. So yeah, it has completed this, but we can also start this from form itself. So let's go back again, back to canvas. So this is what we have said so far. Once you fill the form, if condition will check that it must be within 7 days. This is the simple if condition that we have set. This is the only step which is required here. Then if it is true, we are sending Gmail. We mention that it must set up Gmail account, and then you can frame the message, and you can mention that to whom to send this email. Of course, this is the email ID for the IT team to whom you want to send the email. And if it is false, then you want no operation. So we also have something for no operation, do nothing. And yeah, so this is the whole workflow. So this is the form that will execute it, take the condition, and it will send the email, execute workflow. So based on that, it will do the operations. So let's unpin the data, and then we can run the whole workflow again. Okay, execute workflow. So this is the form, this is email ID, and this time if it is more than 7 days, there must not be any email. And you can see here, it has not sent the email, but if you execute it with email ID with less than 7 days, then you must get the email. So this is what we can cross check. So here, this is my email ID which I have given, and it has only sent the email to me if installation is within a week or so. Otherwise, it has not sent those other information to request. So this is what I
Uh,
want to give you as a demo. Any questions?
yes, sir. This side,
Yeah,
Satwinder.
yeah, please.
Sir, I think in the two field, if we could give the form email field, then it will go to any email. Otherwise, I think it is to the fixed mail ID.
Yeah. So at present, uh,
At present,
I'm
it is to
sending
the
this. I'm sending this to the fixed email ID. If you, so the
so if
purpose
we
is that let's see the purpose here, because here I want a fixed email ID, because what I want, that if the installation is urgent, it must send the email to IT person who is responsible for doing that installation. So that's why I must I already know that to whom I must send the request. So this is, let's say, the IT person who is responsible to do all the installations. So he will get the email automatically if the installation is due this week. Otherwise, we can inform him on WhatsApp. So that kind of workflow we can create. Are you getting my point?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah.
Sir, I
So
have a doubt.
yeah, please.
Sir, actually, the previous work which we did with help of the Zapier, we can do with help of MCP servers also, na sir. I mean
Yeah.
the same work which in past I did with help of pipe dream and cursor. Then what is the difference between the both of these? I haven't understood. They both were doing the same work.
Yeah, of course. So there are multiple ways to do the same thing, and there are a lot of things which are coming up. So based on, you can say, user experience and simplicity, some people prefer Zapier, that this is just a prompt based application that we can do. Then we have a n8n, which is a node based applications. And now we also have a coding based. At present we are just discussing agents without any code, but we have lang graph and vertex AI as a other platform, which are coding based platform, where we can configure it accordingly and add more flexibility to our own systems. So yeah, there are multiple ways to do the same things, and there are multiple tools. But of course, MVP is more about having a standardized way of communicating with the API calls, and it's more about standard protocol for communicating with agents and all those things. Okay, so before winding up this discussion, I want to quickly show you one another workflow. So I hope you got basic sense what this tool is useful and how powerful it is. but in order to give some more broader overview about other capability of the system, let's see one more case study. So here we are building a AI agentic data for weather data. So we are building a system for weather data. Our requirement is that we have a chat, uh, and from the chat you can ask any question uh, to large language model like OpenAI, and we can build a complete chatbot system which can communicate with various AI agents, which include a large language model. Because you can see here what we build this time, it does not involve any a large language model. It's just a automation of workflow. It is not agentic AI system, because large language model was not added because it is unable to do any reasoning. We are just using if condition, which is more of a rule based system. But if we want to give actual power to whole agentic AI process, it must have access to intelligence. It must have access to large language model. So let's build a chatbot system through which you can chat with large language model, and you can also say that, okay, what would be the weather of New Delhi today? So in order to do that answer, this large language model is unable to have access of weather data. So we can give more power to our AI agent, that it can go and access a website from where it can get weather data. And then we can say that, okay, if after getting the weather data of New Delhi, you can send an email to me based on what data, weather information you have. So it can even send an email to me. So we are now going to discuss a workflow, or we are going to create a workflow where we have a chatbot where one can ask query to large language model, and then we can even ask that what would be the weather for New Delhi and so on. So let's build that quickly. I hope we can build that in maybe 10-15 minutes. So the recording is already there available to all of you. So you just see what we are doing, and later on you can implement it on your own. So let's plan it this way. Okay, so I hope we can quickly do it. Okay, so let's create a new workflow. So as I mentioned, it must start with the chat. So plus, and you can see we have something on chat message. Run the flow when user send the chat message with AI note. So let's select on chat message. So we have created a chat, and this is the initial message. So let's set that, and we have set up this chat. Let's see how it look like. Test chat. So I can say hi, and you will get a response. Node executed successfully. So we have set up the chat, but this chat must go to OpenAI large language model, and then it will respond. So here we can add a full AI agent to this. So this is the AI agent. So we are adding AI agent. And when you add AI agent, there are three important things. You can see here: chat model, memory, and tool. So chat model mean that large language model that I want to use. So here I would go with the OpenAI. So OpenAI chat model. Of course, you need to give access to your OpenAI account. So create new credentials. So it will ask for API key. So you need an API key here to build that system. Just give me a minute to access my API key. So this is the API key we can access, and I just need to just give me a minute. So this is the API key, and we can save this model. So go back to Canvas. So you can see that here, this is my chat, and this chat is now having access to OpenAI model. So let's cross check it. So workflow executed successfully, and now I can get a message how I can assist you. I can ask what is the capital of Delhi? Oh, sorry, capital of India, I must ask. Anyway, so it has given me the response. So it means that I'm connected with large language model. Um, but you see, we can also add memory to this so that it can have track about the conversation previous history. So in order to give that, you can go here and give access to memory. You can specify the context window. I am just specifying 10 in that case. So it would have knowledge of my previous 10 interactions. So now I have chat message with OpenAI with some memory. And now I want to access weather information. So if I say, what is the weather of New Delhi? So you can see that I don't have access to real data. So OpenAI is not having access of real data to this New Delhi weather. So I can add a tool, and through this tool we can give access to weather data API. So let's quickly get it from here. So this is the I simply copy this. Okay, so let's add a tool. You can give HTTP request to some website that can provide you the weather information. So this is the URL I just provided here. So here we are using the API for openmeteo.com, and I have provided the latitude and longitude. I have fixed it, but you can build a form for that too. But I have fixed that longitude and latitude for New Delhi to this, and we have provided now HTTP model access to this API, and through this API it can access now New Delhi weather. So let's do this again. What is the weather of New Delhi? So now you see it has stick to this HTTP protocol, and now you see the current weather of New Delhi is 27 degree, wind is this, and daytime and weather is clear weather. So yeah, you see that we have now access of OpenAI with memory and with HTTP request. Now if you want to send email on this, you can add another tool to this, and you can simply say Gmail tool. It will authenticate your tool. You can say message operation send to, it can send to this email ID. You can submit the subject. So yeah, we can mention that um, so define automatically by the model. So model automatically will decide the subject for this email. We can write this email in the text, and we can even specify the message will be automatically defined by the model. And in the description, we can say that frame email in funny mode about the weather of New Delhi. So yeah, this is all about. So you can see that we have configured our Gmail account, and it can send the email automatically. Uh, Message is drafted, decided by the AI model, and even the text is decided by the AI model based on the weather data that it is getting, and based on that, it will send the email to me. So yeah, this is the pipeline, and you can see that based on chatbot, now we can send the whole information. So let's ask again, what is the, so how's the weather of New Delhi? And you see it has sent the email, just wanted to drop quick and so on. Can I check this? So you see here it has sent the email to me, sunny days in New Delhi, and this is the email which it has crafted. So wonderful. Quickly we have built this whole pipeline, and this pipeline is now taking the message from chat, giving memory to my large language model, accessing tool, and then sending email. Wow, wonderful. So yeah, this is what I want to demonstrate to all of you. If you have any question, yeah, please ask.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, if you have
Am I
any
audible?
question, yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, when you showed the email you received about
Mhm.
weather, the
Mhm.
last line says the email was sent automatically with n8n.
Yeah,
So if I don't want that this line got in the
yeah,
email, means written
very
in the
good
email,
question.
so what I can do?
Yeah, very good question. So it's very simple here. So just go to this Gmail, and you see here we have options. So append n8n attributions. So if you enable that, it will add that it is from n8n, and if you disable it, it will not add this line. So it simply can be enable and disable from your options. So yeah, you can play with this. Got it?
Yes, sir. Sir, also the email ID, do we need to keep it fixed always?
Yeah, so here you see that I want to send email to myself, because I want that in this workflow, I want that, okay, send me email ID on every day in the morning at 6 a.m. to me about the weather data in Patiala, or say in Spokane. So you can send email to particular person, but yeah, otherwise you can even you can say that decide, large language model can decide its own to whom to send the email. So let's say you have received few queries about the weather data from some in your email box, there are few emails related with weather inquiry. So then, instead of fixing email on a particular email ID, you can say that, okay, decide by large language model. So large language model will read the email, and based on that, all the email ID which require request of weather report, it automatically send them to those. So it all depend on workflow.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Very good. So let's have a quick quiz before moving that. But yes, now I received few requests from you people that you want some certification about this workshop. So what I have prepared for you people on this, let me open my slide again. So I would be sharing these tasks on the WhatsApp. So I have created two tasks for you people to experiment. The first is smart task routing assistant. You have to build annotate workflow for this activity where you would be receiving some text, and based on that you are doing some kind of decision making, and I have given some hint how to do it. So I request each one of you to complete this workflow on your own after watching this video and doing those activities. And another workflow is smart feedback collector agent. So this is another task that I wish you do on your own, and you can complete any one of those tasks. So there are two options. You can go with any of the workflow. If you complete any of the workflow and upload your submission on this folder in a PDF file, and in your submission just mention your name and college or university, so I would generate certificate for you, and I can send those certificate to all of you, those who completed any of those workflow activity successfully. So this is our plan. I would share these activities to all of you on WhatsApp so that you can complete it further. To make you more aware about this, I have also prepared a lab manual. Please scan that lab manual. So this is a free lab manual that you can download, and you can read more about Agentic AI by accessing this PDF file. It also carry few more resources to master n8n and other Agentic AI platforms. So please use that resource. And those who are from administration, if you wish to conduct this workshop free of cost in your university, I am very open to share this knowledge with more number of students. So please, you can drop an email to me on this, and I have also shared that information in this lab manual, so we can plan a workshop for specifically to your college or your university. So before closing this, these are few other resources that I have created, and I request you to look into that. This year, I published a book on machine learning with Python, Principles and Practical Techniques with Cambridge University Press. So this book is uh, designed as a textbook for machine learning course. So you can refer that if you are taking machine learning as a subject. This is the YouTube channel which you can explore. I request everyone to explore my website to have more idea about what kind of work we are doing. And we always look for some students for internships and for projects. So if you are interested, you can drop an email to me too. This is the YouTube channel which carry this workshop is also live on this YouTube channel, and you are going to access recording from this. This is some other courses that I have created on Udemy platform. This is Explainable AI with Python, Simplified Approach to DBMS. This is a full course on database management system, SQL, PLSQL, machine learning. So we have created 7 courses. Along with that, uh, I have published a textbook on database management system, data mining and data warehousing, PLSQL, SQL. So if you are taking any of these courses or you are preparing for your interviews, you can explore these resources. And this is the website link where you can access it. Uh, this is my information. So currently I'm using this number. You can WhatsApp me on this number. We have anyway also created a WhatsApp group where we can keep in contact with each one of you, and these are other details and information. So I strongly recommend you to look into that. So now it's the time for informal quiz.
Sir, sir,
Please go ahead.
is there any deadline to submit the project?
Yeah, maybe within a week time you can submit it, because after that it will not make any sense. So yeah, you can take a week time maybe, but if you need more time, that's also fine.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So let's start this. You are getting a pin code on your screen, or you can scan a QR code to join this quiz. please. Log them. I can recognize a lot of names, so thanks for joining. Arun, Sujata, Prabjot, Maggie. So let's start. We have 27 now out of 57. So there are 4 questions. Fastest finger first, KBC. Let's see who wins it. Okay. Very good. What is on top? Tarun Verma is the highest climber. Good. Yeah, so all of above. Actually, we only demonstrated new email, but all can trigger the things in Zapier. So let's see who is the winner. Number 3, Maggie. Good, congratulations. Second, PDK. And first is Rahul. Very good. So it would be nice if you can introduce. Sujata is on number 4, Ritu is on number 5. So please, everyone, those who are on top 5, can you unmute and please introduce to all the participants? We can start with Rahul. Rahul, can you unmute?
Am I audible? Good
Please.
morning, sir.
Yeah, you are audible.
Good
Yes,
morning,
please
everyone.
introduce.
This is Rahul Tedwal from Thapar Institute of Engineering, and right now I'm in second year of my engineering. And yeah, the session was really helpful.
Thank you. You are from which city? Or
I'm from Chandigarh.
okay, good. Thank you, Rahul. Congratulations. Number 2, PDK. Who is PDK?
Sir Pankajdeep Kaur. Hello everyone. I am Pankajdeep Kaur from Guru Nanak Dev University. Sir, really an enlightening session and happy to be a learner once again attending these workshops.
Thank you, ma'am, for joining. Thank you. Maggie.
Hello everyone, I'm Maggie Bansal from Dhabar Institute and I'm working there as an assistant professor research in the Center of AI. And thank you so much for this wonderful session. It was very insightful and you covered the essence of n8n and Zapier very concisely and in a very deep detail explained with demonstration. It was really good. I enjoyed this session.
Thank you, Maggie. Sujata, you are on number 4.
Thanks.
Sujata.
Yeah. Hello everyone, I'm Sujata and from Zapier University, currently working as a postdoc fellow in Ulster University, UK. So the workshop was very useful and a great learning experience. Yeah, and I was
Thank
a
you.
former
Thank you,
student of Parteek, sir.
Thank you, Sujata. Thank you. Yeah, anyone who want to talk and discuss, please unmute and you can share whatever you want. Rise is open to everyone.
Yes, at this side, I would like to congratulate you for this insightful session. Just I would like to say that if you could arrange a more into this, because n8n and Zapier have a more very powerful tool, and I think this is the tip of iceberg only what you have shown to us, and many more things I expect that if you could plan with the more into these n8n and Zapier, that could be beneficial for many of us.
Yeah, of course, we can plan maybe another subsequent workshop on this to discuss more. Even we can plan something more on other code-based agentic AI platforms. So yeah, maybe in future we can plan such workshops. Thank you. Yeah, anyone else want to discuss before winding up this session? Okay, thank you everyone. So I would share all the tasks that I have discussed and it will give you an idea how we can apply this. And please, I know that n8n maybe it was tough to you for implement at the same time. So please take your time to implement it on your own. There are a lot of workflow which are already available on n8n platform. You can explore this. Just give me a minute to give you a walk through what they have. Yeah. So here, this is very important, docs. So as you asked in the beginning, it is a paid and how we can uh, self-host. So there is a doc self-host n8n. So by following these steps, you can even create your own local machine where you can host this free of cost. So please explore that using a doc. So doc self-host. Then another is documentation, which is very important. So here, if you are more in video courses, they have a full YouTube playlist, so you can explore that from this playlist. And then there is also a playlist for advanced workflows. So please explore that. If you are more on text, so they have created two courses, level 1 and level 2. So please explore that. And after completing that course, it generate batches and you can share that on your LinkedIn or in your CV. So there are two levels, so you can complete both courses. You see, there are a lot of opportunities for those agentic AI experts these days who are good in n8n. So if as a student you can mastery these tools, you can make a lot of money while learning from colleges. So please explore that resources, and I strongly recommend you to go for online courses, video course or text course to explain that. And also there are a lot of uh, already workflows are there which you can simply explore here. So you see there are a lot of existing workflows which you can get it as a template, and you can use those as such. So if you explore their website, you can see AI agent chat, browse all AI agent templates. So they have thousands of templates that are already available, and you can pick any and start building on that. So AI agent that can scrap web pages, chat with Google Sheet using AI. So just click here, you will get the whole workflow, and you can use for free. So yeah, you can see here. I hope now it makes sense to you. The things are now quite familiar what we have just covered, and you can read about them, and you can start using it, or you can even modify those templates according to your own requirements. So there are a lot of resources. Just explore those, read more on use cases, docs, and community, and so on. So yeah, and if cost is an issue, you can always go and self-host it. They have given all the steps. Basically from Docker you can build your own, and you can host it on your popular hosting platform. So there are a lot of ways where you can reduce that cost and make it completely free. So thanks to all of you. God bless you. It was wonderful to talk with you through this platform. And please keep on creating wonderful things, and keep on sharing this on our WhatsApp group. And whenever we come up with new workshop, I will keep you posted. Thank you. Bye bye. God bless you.